Welcome back to Seeking Luxury. Have you ever dreamed of seeing lions basking in the golden sun, elephants majestically roaming the plains, or giraffes gracefully nibbling on acacia trees? An African safari isn't just a vacation, it's an adventure that will change the way you see the world. But where do you even begin to plan such an epic journey? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Today, we're diving deep into everything you need to know to plan the African safari of your dreams. First up, let's talk about the big question, the cost. An African safari can range from a budget-friendly adventure to the height of luxury. On the lower end, you could look at a camping or self-drive safari in places like South Africa's Kruger National Park for around $150 to $250 per person per day. A mid-range safari with comfortable lodges and guided game drives will typically run you between $400 and $700 per person per day. For those looking for ultimate luxury, think private reserves, plunge pools overlooking the savannah, and gourmet meals, you can expect to pay $1,000 or much more per day. Remember, these costs usually include your accommodation, meals, park fees, and guided tours. So while the initial number might seem high, it's often all-inclusive. It's about finding the balance that works for your budget and your travel style. Now let's get to the breathtaking part, the scenery. Africa's landscapes are as diverse as its wildlife. Imagine the endless, sun-drenched grasslands of the Serengeti in Tanzania, where millions of wildebeest and zebra make their great migration. Picture the lush, green Okavango Delta in Botswana, a unique wetland paradise you can explore by traditional canoe, or mokoro. Think of the dramatic arid beauty of Namibia, with its towering red sand dunes in 𝐶𝐿𝐴 and the wildlife-rich Etosha Pan. Or consider the iconic backdrop of Mount Kilimanjaro overlooking Amboseli National Park in Kenya. Each destination offers a completely different visual and sensory experience. The sheer scale and raw beauty of these landscapes are something photos and videos can only hint at. You have to be there to truly feel it. So, how do you explore these incredible places? That's where tours come in. The most popular option is the classic game drive. You'll be in a specialized 4x4 vehicle, either open-sided or with a pop-top roof, guided by an expert who knows how to track animals and interpret their behavior. Early morning and late afternoon drives are prime time for spotting predators on the move. But there's more. How about a walking safari? With an armed guide, you can experience the bush on foot, connecting with the smaller details you'd miss from a vehicle. Or a hot air balloon safari over the Masai Mara or Serengeti at sunrise. It's an unforgettable, once-in-a-lifetime perspective. In places like the Okavango Delta, boat and mokoro safaris offer a serene way to see hippos, crocodiles, and incredible bird life up close. The type of tour you choose will completely shape your adventure. After a long day of adventure, where will you rest your head? Accommodations on safari are a huge part of the experience. The range is vast. For the adventurous and budget-conscious, there are public campsites where you pitch your own tent under a blanket of stars. A step up from that are permanent tented camps. Don't let the word tent fool you. These can be incredibly glamorous, with solid floors, en-suite bathrooms, and private decks. Think glamping at its finest. Then you have safari lodges, which are more like traditional hotels, built with stone and thatch, often featuring swimming pools, restaurants, and stunning views of a waterhole. At the very top end are the exclusive luxury lodges in private conservancies, offering unparalleled service, privacy, and some of the best wildlife viewing away from the crowds. There's a perfect safari home for every traveler. Okay, let's get practical. How do you get there? Getting to major safari hubs in Africa is easier than you might think. From the USA, you'll be looking at long-haul flights. Your destination will determine your route. For East Africa, that's Kenya and Tanzania, you'll likely fly into Nairobi's Jomo Kenyatta International Airport or Kilimanjaro International Airport. For Southern Africa, Countries like South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, and Namibia, your main entry point will probably be Johannesburg's OR Tambo International Airport. Let's talk travel time. From the east coast of the USA, say New York, a direct flight to a hub like Johannesburg or Nairobi can take around 15 hours. From the west coast, like Los Angeles, you're looking at closer to 22 hours, usually with a layover in Europe or the Middle East. Yes, it's a long journey, but trust me, the moment you see your first elephant in the wild, every minute of that flight becomes completely worth it. My advice? Plan for a day to rest and acclimate when you arrive before heading out on safari. Once you're there, what kind of money will you be using? Currency varies by country. In South Africa, you'll use the South African rand. In Kenya, it's the Kenyan shilling, and in Tanzania, the Tanzanian shilling. Botswana uses the pula. While it's wise to have some local currency for small purchases and tips, the US dollar is widely accepted, especially at tourist lodges and for tour payments. In fact, some countries, like Tanzania for park fees, often prefer payment in USD. Credit cards are generally accepted in major hotels and lodges, but less so in remote camps or local markets. It's always a good idea to notify your bank of your travel plans and carry a mix of payment options. Finally, the most crucial question, when is the best time to go? This depends entirely on what you want to see and where you're going. Generally, the dry season is considered the best time for wildlife viewing. With less water available, animals congregate around rivers and water holes, making them easier to spot. The vegetation is also less dense. In East Africa, Kenya, and Tanzania, the long dry season is from June to October. This is also when the Great Migration is in the Masai Mara. Southern Africa's dry season is roughly from May to October. The green season, or rainy season, has its own magic, though. The landscape is lush and beautiful. There are fewer tourists, prices can be lower, and it's the best time for birdwatching and seeing newborn animals. It really comes down to your priorities. Planning an African safari is a big undertaking, but it is one of the most rewarding travel experiences you can have. It's a journey that connects you to nature in its purest form and leaves you with memories that will last a lifetime. So start dreaming, start planning, and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this guide helps you on your way to planning your own incredible safari. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel guides and tips. Let me know in the comments which safari destination is at the top of your bucket list. See you in the next adventure.